Hi, this is Amit from Digital Inspiration, and in today's episode I'll show you Twitter Merge. It is a very simple Google Spreadsheets based app that will help you send personalized tweets, including direct messages, to a lot of people on Twitter in one go. Now before I walk you through the actual app, let's try to understand why such an app is even required. So let's say it's your birthday and a lot of people have wished you on Twitter. Now you want to send a thank you note to all of them, but how do you do that? You either tweet or you either send a DM to them manually, or what you can do is you can use this Twitter Merge application and send a personalized tweet to all of them with one click. What you have to do is you have to specify a template. Now basically we are sending a personalized tweet, so most of the things in the tweet will stay the same, except probably you will want to include the first name of the person whom you're trying to thank. So we'll put that first name as a variable. We'll say hey, and we'll put the variable name in double brackets, and we'll specify the template, and automatically this application will send personalized tweet to all of those people. Or let's take a more complex case. Let's say you're a brand and you're trying to meet people in different cities on different dates. So what you will do is you will set up a template, but in this template you will have more variables because the person name will change, the city in which they live will change, and also the date when you are visiting that city will change. So you'll put all these three variables inside double brackets and create your template, and the Twitter Merge application will take care and it will send personalized tweets or DMs to all these people in one go. Now that was the theory part. Now let's look at the actual implementation. The first thing you need to do is you need to make a copy of the Twitter Merge Google spreadsheet in your Google Drive. You can do that by clicking the link that you'll find in the show notes. Now once you have made a copy of the Google spreadsheet, now remember this is your copy and nobody else has access to anything that you do inside the spreadsheet. So it's always a good idea to rename the file so that you can find it later in your Google Drive. So this is how the Twitter Merge spreadsheet looks like. It has a lot of columns. You can always add or delete columns on your own, but there are some columns that are mandatory. So for instance, the first column, Twitter user, this is a list. This is the actual handle, the screen name of the Twitter user whom that tweet or DM will go to. So like looking at our previous example, you remember there were three variables: the first name, the city name, and the to date. Now this spreadsheet has columns for two variables already. So let me add one more column for to date. So I'll simply right click and insert a column. So after the column has been inserted, we'll add some dummy data to the spreadsheet. Now you can fill in any number of rows, but if you look at the last two columns, tweet and status, those two columns should not be modified because the tweet column will show the actual content of the tweet that will go to the person, whereas the status column will show the delivery status of the DM or the tweet. So in case a DM message was not delivered, that will show up here. In case a tweet was sent successfully, that status will show up here. So it's always a good idea to not change these columns, but you can always play around with all the other columns on the spreadsheet. So now that you have inserted the data and you are ready to send tweets, it's time to authorize this sheet. Now basically you need to authorize Twitter to send tweets on your behalf. So for that, go to the Twitter Merge menu and choose authorize. Now this has to be done only once, because once you authorize, the tokens are preserved inside the app, and later if you try sending more tweets, it will reuse those tokens, so you don't have to authorize again and again. So in the next step, we need to specify the template, the text of the tweet that will go out to these people. So for that, go to the Twitter Merge menu again and choose configure. Now here you see that big text area. Here you need to specify the template. So in this example, we are trying to personalize the first name, the city name, and the to date. So what we'll do is we'll put these variables inside double brackets, whereas all the other text will also go, but in plain text. Next, we need to specify whether we want to send these tweets as DMs or as public tweets. Now for this example, let's say we are trying to send them as DMs, so we'll choose direct message and we'll save the configuration. Now remember, this will not send the tweets, it will only save the configuration, and we'll be sending the tweets in the next step. So once you close the configuration window, what the app will do is it will generate the actual tweet text that will go out to the various Twitter users that are in your list. Now what it has done is it has taken your template and it has replaced all those variables with the actual values from the corresponding rows. So if you look at the first row, what it has done is it has replaced first name, city name and the date with the actual values that are in the row. Now this is an opportunity for you to further modify the text in case you want to personalize it more, or you want to add or edit something to a text. You can do it at this step, because whatever is in the tweet column will actually be sent to the corresponding Twitter user. And once you're happy with all the text, you go to the Twitter merge menu and choose the send tweets option to actually send the tweets. Now because some people may send tweets by mistake, so it will always show a confirmation whether you really want to send tweets. As soon as you say yes, all the tweets will go out one by one. And you can also see the status of the application, what it's doing in the background in the lower right corner. Now that the tweets have been sent, I'll go to the Twitter website and I'll choose the messages tab, because I send the messages as DMs, and there you can see a list of all the new messages that have been sent from my Twitter account, and they're exactly like what was shown in the spreadsheet. So this Twitter merge application makes it really easy for you to send personalized tweets and DMs to one or more people in your Twitter network in a very simple manner. I hope you like it, and check out my website labnol.org for more tips and tutorials around Twitter. Thanks.